everyone, I'm John Weasley and welcome to my channel. Today we explore theories of intelligence, what they are, who came up with them, and how they apply to real life in education. By the end of this video, you understand why intelligence is just about IQ or test score. It's about many ways people can be smart. There are many theories that try to explain what intelligence really means. We'll go through 6 major ones. Number 1, Spearman's general intelligence. Number 2, Thorstone's primary mental abilities. Number 3, Cattell's fluid and crystallized intelligence. Number 4, Gardner's multiple intelligence. Number 5, Sternberg's triarchic theory. Number 6, emotional intelligence. Let's break each of them down in simple terms. Spearman G factor, general intelligence. Charles Spearman was one of the first psychologists to study intelligence. He believed that all mental abilities share a common core, which he called G for general intelligence. So if you're good at one mental task, like solving puzzle or math, you're likely do well others too because of this general mental strength. Example, a student who excels in science often perform well in reading and reasoning tasks, showing a strong G factor. Thorstone primary mental abilities. L. Thorstone disagrees with the idea of one single G factor. He said intelligence is made up of 7 primary mental abilities, including verbal comprehension, numerical ability, spatial reasoning, memory, and perceptual speed. Example, someone might be great with numbers but not as strong with words, and that's okay. Thorstone believed each ability is important on its own. Cattell, fluid and crystallized intelligence. Next is Raymond Cattell. He divided intelligence into 2 types. Fluid intelligence, your ability to reason and solve new problems. Crystallized intelligence, the knowledge and skills you gain through learning and experience. Example, when you figure out a new phone without instruction. That fluid intelligence. When you use your vocabulary or general knowledge. That crystallized intelligence. Fluid intelligence tends to peak in young adulthood, while crystallized intelligence can keep growing over time. Gardner, multiple intelligences. Howard Gardner believed intelligence isn't just 1 or 2 abilities. It's many kinds of smart. He proposed 8 intelligences, such as linguistic, word smart, logical mathematical, number smart, musical, music smart, bodily kinesthetic, body smart, spatial, picture smart, interpersonal, people smart, intrapersonal, self smart, naturalistic, nature smart. Example, a talented dancer or musician may not score high on math tests, but still intelligent in their own way. Gardner's theory reminds teachers use different learning styles in the classroom so everyone's abilities are recognized. Sternberg, triarchic theory. Robert Sternberg came up with the triarchic theory of intelligence, which includes 3 parts. Number 1, analytical intelligence, problem solving and reasoning, book smarts. Number 2, creative intelligence, coming up with new ideas. Number 3, practical intelligence, applying knowledge to real-life situation, street smarts. Example, a student who invents a creative science project and can explain it clearly shows all 3 types of intelligence working together. Summary and application. So to recap, Spearman, 1 general intelligence. Thorstone, several mental abilities. Cattell, fluid and crystallized types. Gardner, multiple intelligences. Sternberg, analytical, creative, and practical. Goleman, emotional intelligence. In education, this theories reminds us that students learn differently. Some think logically, others create, move, sing, or connect emotionally, and that's what makes learning diverse and exciting. Emotional intelligence. Finally, there's emotional intelligence popularized by Daniel Goleman. EQ is about recognizing, understanding, and managing emotions, but your own and others. Example, a nurse who stay calm with a stressed patient or a leader who motivates their team. That's emotional intelligence in action. High EQ helps with communication, teamwork, and mental well-being, things IQ tests can't measure. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you understand the different theories of intelligence in a simple and practical way. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational content. See you next time!